Right, we are here at the Riverina Paceway, of course, with the rich Nutrien Standardbred Race Series, Series 5, going to be here in May 2026. Got to catch up with one of the locals and see, from a trainer-driver's point of view, how it all work. But firstly, Jackson Payton, welcome, and thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks, mate. It's good to be on.
Big news for you and a lot of the people here in the shed behind us. Must have been a nice little surprise for a lot of you.
Yeah, I sort of had a little bit of an inside word that it might have been happening, but you never normally think that something like that will happen sort of out here. But no, it's really, really good. Nutrien are sort of based here. There's a lot of breeders really around this area particularly, so it works out really well in all assets.
What does it mean for you? For your stable potentially going to the sales next year, looking at horses, give some of your owners a little bit more confidence, I suppose, to head to Sydney, head to Melbourne and maybe chance their arm a bit? Yeah,
definitely. I'm a buyer every year, but now that we can say, listen, we're going to have the big race here, we don't have to travel. Owners, they put on a great show here, so the owners don't have to travel either. So it's just really enticing for as I said, everyone.
I spoke to a few of you, and one of the hassles you guys probably have is once your horses get on a mark, you've got to go backwards and forwards to Menangle. It's a 5-hour trip. It can take a toll on you. So you sort of almost resign yourself to not having those high-class horses once they get to that stage. This is a massive carrot for you now to get those babies up and going, and you maybe don't have to worry about them then as later on as older horses.
Yeah, that's right, mate. As you said, I know myself and Blake and Ellen, the two sort of biggest stables here, we get horses to about the 60-70 rated mark. Then they're shipped off to Menangle, or not so much Melton anymore, but Sydney racing, because it's too hard on us, it's too hard on the horses. But now we can have a big crack at massive money on our home deck, so it's awesome.
It's probably about being fair to your owners too. You put them on a 5-hour trip, all the time's an expense to them.
Yep.
But yeah, you've got a nice little bit of money going to be popping up here, and it's just all positive. I mean, the club's always positive. I was lucky enough to be here for the carnival, not the Carnival Cups, actually. So what was it? The
Riverina Championship.
Yeah.
Yep.
And with the dash hounds and the cup on that night, and they do so many things so well. It's a great reward for a club that is just doing everything right by the looks from the outside anyway.
Yeah, look, the committee here do an unreal job. They pump up the big events we have there, the Riverina, the local race with the 100k race, which you would have seen, there was a big crowd here, and then they got the 4 and 5 year old championships here that night. They had the dash downs that night. That was there was thousands here that night. They promote the game really well around here. It's all on the news, so they get a good crowd here, and I can't see how they can't do anything wrong with this big race coming up near.
And they've also been rewarded with the Carnival Cups. I think it's the first time they're going to be a part of that as well. So they're definitely doing things in the right direction.
Yeah, that's it's awesome, really. Us as participants, we've got full confidence in this club here, and to get this series to come to Wagga, it's unreal, really. You'll never really dream of it. As I said, it's right here. We don't have to travel, so and it makes sense to me. We're sort of in the middle of Sydney, Melbourne, so I think the Sydney trainers and the Melbourne trainers, I don't think they're going to have a problem with it either.
No, I tend to agree. And I don't think it's too bad a trip. Most of it's on a highway. It's probably the last hour for either way that they're off highways, but it's not a bad road either.
No, well, Sydney, it's all freeway from Sydney, so they're laughing. As you said, the Melbourne boys have got a little bit of a off the freeway, but I don't think they're going to complain. It's probably halving their trip, really.
If they win it, they definitely won't.
No, that's exactly right. I don't think they'll care where it's at then.
How's your team going?
Yeah, it's really good, mate. Sort of got the based around the 20 in work. Fair few young ones, as I said. I think that's where the money is. 2 and 3 year olds. We just got to work our way through them. We've got a good crop of yearlings that have all broke in well coming through for the next season. So fingers crossed, there's a couple of them paid up for the Nutrien that we're here racing for the big money.
Yeah, it's sort of interesting, isn't it? Because that's what you've always banked you, and then the races actually come here to you. So your hard work, probably sometimes you're probably scratching your head, and you say about Blake and Ellen, they're probably doing the same thing. Sometimes you scratch your head and you get a nice little carrot dangled in front of you. Yeah,
that's right. It's pretty rare. As you said, we get that 2 meetings a year but the 4 and 5 year olds probably a little bit harder where there's not so many locals involved, but we get the other Riverina Championship race where it's all local, so that's the race that we all try and strive to win, because we know it's going to be a local that wins it. Yep.
I looked at your driving stats. You're on about par for course. You're a 17% man, between 17 and 18%, and you're keeping that at the minute. You're happy with how it's going?
Yeah, I can't fault me driving. As you said, around the 17 to 20. My training's probably probably a little bit down this year, but that's probably due to the fact that I sort of have based going harder on the younger stock. So try me work my way through them. As you know, not every yearling you buy is going to make the races, so it's hard to get owners to attract them. But I have got a really good clientele base, and they've sort of put a lot of faith in me, and we've invested a fair bit of money this year. So fingers crossed we can go forward big and strong next year.
How many you work?
I like to work around 20. 20 is a good number.
Yep. You have many people help?
So I've got Rod Coelho full-time, he's a great worker, and then Dave Kennedy, whose place I train from, he works for me as well, and he trains a couple of his own. And then we've got Michaela Towers, who helps on the weekends, and a couple of old blokes that come in and out and do a few little jobs for me. So I've got a really good base of workers, and we all get on good and have good fun.
Every stable needs those couple of old blokes, don't they?
So Dave Lang and Gary Gardner, they're sort of ex-trainers, and they just big smile on their face when they turn up to work, so it's really good.
It is indeed. Mate, well done. Thank you very much for joining me. Appreciate getting a bit of the insight. Must say, Darren Ray too, we looked after you. We got Follow the Stars and Tiger Tara there for you. That's why I had to look after the big fella. He'll mention it, don't worry about that, but we had to look after him. But that's one thing I do like. There's signs everywhere from this club. They're definitely doing things on the right track because they've got sponsors getting involved. People want to get involved. I mean, he's Newcastle.
Right.
So that's a huge tick for him.
Yeah, there's a couple of new sponsors I've noticed today have gone up on the outside fence as well. So that's just credit to the club. They're doing a great job.
Well done, mate. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Thanks, man. Nominations are now open for the Nutrien Equine Standardbred yearling sales for Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne. Nominations close on the 1st of September. Don't miss the opportunity to be a part of the Nutrien experience. Go to www.nutrienstandardbred.com.au for more information.